नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितदिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुसारेण सदा नराणाम्। निद्रा भय मैथुनं च सामान्यमेतत् पशुभिर्नराणां धर्मो हि तेषाम् अधिको विशेषः धर्मेण हीनाः पशुभिः समानाः. This statement defines, this verse defines who is a human being. It says there are so many life forms on earth. All these life forms, they have a commonality. If you are alive, you breathe, you live, then these are your features. What? You take up pursuits, you do things, there is movement towards food in you. You are inclined to go, you go in search of food, ahara. Whether you are a bird or a fish or an animal or a human being, we do activities for what? Pet ke vaste. No? They say, pet ke liye. I do all this for my stomach. It's an expression. Okay. There is something called a compulsive behavior in all life, every life form, which is universally seen. And this second behavior is nidra, sleep. Whatever be the life, there is a time of unwinding. It is part of its physiological cycle, biological cycle, that it entertains this thing called sleep. Ahara nidra. And what kind of sleep? What is sleep? A sleep which he will never deny himself. There is no life that doesn't want to, who does not want to go to sleep, Sleep is the most welcome state of experience. Why is that? Because I think. It's a time when I can suspend all my stress and worries and tensions. Naturally suspended. I don't know what happens, but it gets suspended and I relax. It's a very, very lovable state, sleep. What do you do in sleep? Hey, that's the whole point. You do nothing. You do nothing and yet you are happy. In fact, you are most happy by not doing anything. Try it out in waking state. Doing nothing and being happy. Very difficult. Not doing anything, I am not happy. Doing many things also, I am not happy. This being not happy seems to be my natural state. Nobody can satisfy you. And so this Nidra is a very common pursuit. Have you seen these little birds? You know, I've seen. It's just so tiny. All that is there is this fluffy little, like a cotton ball. And then evening comes, they hide themselves under a leaf, somewhere. If you're lucky if you can see them. Their beak is inside the wing, and just stays like a ball, so contented, so much, so still, so beautiful. In fact, you don't feel like disturbing ever a sleeping person. You think twice. Let him be, worth it. Nidra is a universal frame. Bhayam, fear. Fear for your life. Fear, instinctual drive to live on. Live on. To protect your species. To protect yourself. If anyone tries to get your life, you fight tooth and nail as much as possible. Why? It's something so innate to life. Because life cannot be killed, life has to live on. And so bhayam, fear, to protect my life. And maithunam. Maithunam is that very deep, very organic desire for progeny. A desire to have my lineage continue. To leave something behind, to leave a mark. My child, my mark in this world. What kind of mark are you leaving behind? 13 times inside, behind bars? What kind of a mark? Whatever it is, my mark, my baby. Oh. This instinct to continue to live, Even when I am gone, I will be there. Desire to live on is a very, very innate desire by which the universe continues. Keeping these things in place, life goes on. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunam cha samanyameta pashubhyam. This is common to all animals, all life, including human beings. Wonderful. So you mean to say I am like any other bird and fish and tiger and snake? Is there anything about me that stands apart? Yeah. Your two legs is your identity. And you keep wobbling on it. No stability. Sometimes the leg goes this side, sometimes it goes that side. Really very funny we look, Two sticks walking. Look at the cow, look at any other animal. They glide. We and then with high heels, Oh my goodness. It's just stunning to see in the airport. Sometimes you just worry this person will simply fall over. And they do trip. But she won't give up those heels. With tight jeans. And go holy. So, Samanyam Pashubhin Naranam, what is unique about a human being? Is it just two-leg animal? Yeah, not more than that. We are self-conscious beings. All are conscious of their existence while we are self-conscious. We are conscious of ourselves. We don't live in the rudimentary consciousness that other life forms do. They are conscious enough to recognize their species. They are conscious enough to recognize their own type. This Great Dane, this big dog, or this Alsatian dog, is inside this big bungalow, and there comes a guest home this evening and brings his own dog. What is his dog? Who's sitting in his pocket? Comes inside and then pulls out this dog from the pocket. These are the tiny dogs. You think this Alsatian will have any trouble recognizing this is my species? He's not going to think he's a mouse or something. Even though he'll wonder, why is this guy so puny? He's underdeveloped. Why isn't he like me, majestic? But he recognizes his species. They both wag their tail. One tiny tail and this big tail, and then they come together. They recognize, they have that much recognition. They recognize their young ones. They recognize their species. They recognize the other is different from us. But the consciousness, the self-consciousness, being conscious of oneself, and all my existence, my mind, my thoughts, my body, my complexes, do you see the Alsatian having the kind of issues that I have, the dog owner? He goes for a party, you go for a party, you take him for a party, it takes you 3 hours to dress up. And the poor guy just waiting for you to open the door. He's as is. He doesn't have special dress, special clothing, special perfumes. Because he doesn't think anything wrong with him. I don't need to cover up any part of my body just because I'm stepping out. I'm fine as I am. I'm fine as I am. No complexes. He's not self-conscious enough to have inferiority complex. or superiority complex. But the dog owner will have superiority complex. You go to a dog show and you can see all these big egos. The dogs don't, they are happy with each other. They've got so many friends. But these guys, they have complex. Look at my obsession. Look at this. Look at this one. Oh, oh. All these complexes we have, they don't have. In the race, when the animal wins, he has no clue what has happened. Trophy goes to the dog owner. All the hard work is done by the dog.